Safari trips are unforgettable experiences for many people. However, there are moments when tourists challenge nature and turn what should be a dream come true into a real nightmare. And that's exactly what I'm going to show you today. One amusing yet clueless individual decided to play a prank during a safari. In a moment of sheer foolishness, he popped a confetti bag right in front of a monkey resting in its enclosure. The animal's reaction was immediate and intense. Tranquility gave way to fury. If the monkey had been loose, this man could have faced serious consequences. With full confidence, he tried to ride the animal inside the pen. The pig was not pleased with this idea and, with a sudden movement, threw the man straight into the mud. Surprised by the scene, his dog quickly appeared, curious to see what had happened. This man genuinely attempted to ride a horse, but it seemed like the horse wasn't interested in any contact. What about the young man who ran into a pasture and nearly got hit by a bull? Then there was the woman who decided to enter the natural habitat of a buffalo to take a selfie and ended up having to put her running skills to the test. Visiting the savannah can be an unforgettable experience. But one man almost took too much risk when he allowed a wild lion to get too close while being filmed. A car was driving through a safari in India when it approached a majestic tiger. The tension in the air was palpable. One tourist nervously commented that the animal could attack. To everyone's surprise, as soon as those words left her mouth, the tiger charged toward the vehicle. The driver, realizing the imminent danger, accelerated to avoid direct confrontation. However, the tiger was undeterred. It maneuvered around trees and positioned itself in front of the car, forcing the driver to back away slowly. The atmosphere inside the vehicle was filled with adrenaline and apprehension, as everyone watched with racing hearts while the imposing feline defended its territory. The situation intensified when the tiger advanced again. Despair filled the passengers as they feared for the worst. Fortunately, no one was injured, and the driver managed to escape this tense situation, leaving the tiger in its natural domain. One man was walking alone on safari when he spotted a beautiful giraffe that seemed very friendly. At first glance, everything appeared calm. He filmed the giraffe as it passed by, enchanted by its beauty. However, giraffes are wild animals, and when he got too close, he was caught off guard by an attack. An elephant was calmly walking through the safari when a car full of tourists approached. Initially, the large animal ignored the vehicle and continued on its way, but after they moved just a few meters away, the tourist decided to return for a closer look. This action irritated the elephant, which suddenly charged after their car. Panic ensued among passengers who began screaming in terror. Luckily, the elephant stopped midway. Otherwise, this situation could have turned into an absolute tragedy. Tourists on a safari experienced a tense situation when a cheetah unexpectedly entered the vehicle they were in. The curious and bold feline approached a man closely, creating a mix of fear and fascination. While cheetahs do not typically see humans as natural prey, it's important to remember that attacks can occur if the animal feels threatened. The cheetah spent a considerable amount of time exploring the inside of the vehicle, climbing on the windshield and even on the roof. This unusual interaction with wild nature was certainly a test for everyone's heart. If you ever find yourself face to face with such a large animal, it's crucial to stay calm and prevent the situation from escalating. A group of tourists was exploring a safari in India when suddenly, two majestic wild lions appeared right in front of them. The adrenaline filled the air, and they decided to stop the car to observe these impressive creatures up close. In an instant, one of the lions approached the vehicle quickly, creating a moment of pure tension. Everyone's heart raced as the imposing animal came closer, but fortunately, no one was harmed, and the situation was resolved without further incidents. Another group of tourists, excited about spotting wildlife, encountered a magnificent elephant just a few meters from their car. Suddenly, a second elephant appeared diagonally, approaching the vehicle with firm and determined steps. The driver, paralyzed by the impressive scene, took no action to move away. Within seconds, the massive animal began using its trunk to push against the car, causing an unexpected turn of events. From another angle, the vehicle was upside down as terrified tourists ran toward another car in search of safety. Thankfully, no one was injured, and after the commotion, the elephant calmly walked away as if nothing had happened. On a nearby road to a safari, 3 cars full of tourists stopped to watch a majestic elephant approaching. The gentle giant walked peacefully toward a green area beside the road, and everything seemed calm. The first car passed without issues, followed by the second. However, when the third car decided to move forward, something unexpected happened. The elephant, feeling its space invaded, quickly turned around and flipped the vehicle upside down with a powerful motion. These wild animals are impressive and can become aggressive if they feel their territory is being threatened. Despite their calm appearance, elephants can be quick to anger when curious tourists are nearby. Therefore, it's essential to maintain a safe distance to avoid dangerous situations like this. A group of people gathered in nature, thrilled to spot a majestic bear among the trees. While many kept a respectful distance, one man decided to get closer for the perfect photo. For a few moments, the bear seemed oblivious to the photographer's presence, lost in its own world. But, upon realizing its space was being invaded, the animal reacted swiftly. The photographer quickly became aware of the danger and had to run desperately for his life. In another incident, children with their parents' permission decided to approach an American bison, an animal 3 times larger than each of them. They started recording and taking pictures of the majestic creature, even at a distance that already posed considerable risks. The excitement in the air was palpable as everyone seemed to be enjoying themselves. The most surprising moment came when one parent noticed the bison's movements and warned that it could charge. Despite this warning, he continued filming without taking any action to move the children away from danger. Tension escalated when 2 kids recklessly decided to walk in front of the bison. This irritated the animal, which immediately began chasing after the youngest child in the group. Thanks to his agility and smaller size, the boy managed to escape from the bison's fury. However, this situation could have easily ended in tragedy. In an African forest adventure filled with gorillas, one particular gorilla didn't seem pleased with the presence of humans. The first sign of discontent came when the primate charged at an elderly woman, nearly knocking her over. After this tense moment, the gorilla paused for some time, as if assessing the situation. Just when things seemed calm again, it surprised everyone by grabbing another woman's coat and pulling her down to the ground. To everyone's shock, this tourist found it hilarious and laughed at the unusual situation. The episode ended with a monkey swinging through trees, a reminder that sometimes facing challenges with humor can be one of the best ways to cope. A tourist had an impressive experience in an African forest when he encountered a leopard. The scene began with the feline at a distance, but surprisingly approached quickly until its face was almost touching the man's leg. The instructor accompanying their group warned him to remain still, emphasizing that any movement could be dangerous. While filming this encounter, the leopard scratched his leg. However, he stayed calm and continued recording. When tension heightened and the vehicle's driver recognized potential danger, he started up the engine. The noise caused the leopard to retreat immediately, relieving everyone after this thrilling encounter with wildlife. Diving into crystal-clear waters has always brought a sense of freedom. A young diver, full of enthusiasm, sought the attention of the colorful fish swimming around her. With gentle movements, she tried to connect with those fascinating creatures, but one of them responded in an unexpected way. In a moment of distraction, a curious fish swam up and gave her finger a light bite. The reaction from her friends watching from a distance was a mix of laughter and surprise. What seemed like an innocent interaction turned into a fun and unexpected memory. This experience showed that not all fish are as peaceful as many might think. In Zimbabwe, on a calm morning, an instructor was guiding a woman through the trees when they spotted a majestic elephant approaching. The beauty of the animal quickly turned into concern when the instructor realized the situation could become dangerous. Trying to avoid confrontation, he gestured calmly, attempting to convey a message of respect to the enormous mammal. However, feeling threatened by their presence, the elephant advanced with determination. Even after being warned, the woman and the instructor didn't immediately back away. The animal then made another move toward them, forcing both to retreat quickly. A group of elephants was peacefully walking through the forest when one of them noticed tourists in its home. Feeling disturbed, the elephant decided it was time to act. It charged toward the visitors, demonstrating its strength and courage. The message was clear. It was time to leave that sacred place. Nature needed to be respected, and the elephant was there to ensure that happened. In the dense forest, a tourist spotted a deer that appeared completely harmless from a distance. The animal seemed calm and showed no fear as the man approached slowly. With each step, his curiosity grew, and he felt more confident. When he finally got close to the deer, everything seemed peaceful and serene. But when he reached out his hand toward the animal, the the situation changed drastically. The deer unexpectedly attacked him, reminding him that playing with wild animals can be extremely dangerous. In another incident in a thick forest, a hunter spotted a majestic moose and decided to capture that special moment on film. At first, the moose walked leisurely, grazing on fresh grass and scratching itself against a branch. The scene was enchanting, full of life and natural beauty. However, when the animal noticed the man getting too close, its instincts kicked in, causing it to run away quickly. The surprised hunter had to back off rapidly to avoid any confrontation. After this commotion, filming resumed with the moose safely moving away, showing that everything ended well without anyone getting hurt. The lion, known as the king of the jungle, defends its territory bravely. Entering this majestic animal space can lead to overwhelming regret. In an attempt to capture the beauty of a lion in its natural habitat, a cameraman was shocked when the large feline emerged from its hiding spot and leaped toward his vehicle. Adrenaline surged in that moment, but it wasn't enough to deter him. He decided to approach 2 more lions only to witness both running after his vehicle. If a tire had blown in that situation, the consequences could have been disastrous for the cameraman. During an intriguing experiment aimed at demonstrating differences between white and black rhinos, a man named Ivan Carter decided to hang from a tree to observe how a rhino would react upon seeing him. When a black rhino spotted Ivan, it charged immediately toward him, creating an overwhelming wave of fear. With a powerful thrust of its horn, the rhino broke one of the branches of the tree, putting Ivan at significant risk of falling. This tense and unpredictable situation showcased how impressive yet dangerous rhinos can be. Without a doubt, it was a risky experiment that tested Ivan's courage. 2 men were walking through the forest with a cheerful dog bouncing alongside them when they suddenly spotted a deer standing among the trees, its charming beauty capturing their attention. One man, curious yet somewhat reckless, decided to try attracting the animal's gaze by tapping on a tree with a stick and throwing small stones toward it. The deer's reaction was immediate. Startled, it bolted toward the partner holding onto the dog's leash. The men's hearts raced as they felt danger looming with the deer charging in their direction. They quickly began backing away in fear of what might happen, especially with their little dog beside them. For a moment, it seemed like the deer hesitated, as if considering whether to confront them again. Fortunately, things didn't escalate further. After several tense moments, everything calmed down again. The sun continued shining through the leaves as they sighed in relief, grateful for having escaped that situation without any major issues. A group of people excited about hiking in the forest suddenly encountered a majestic elephant. Adrenaline surged as the massive animal approached them almost aggressively. The powerful sound of its trumpet echoed through the woods, a clear warning for them to keep their distance. The tension in the air was palpable as everyone held their breath in fear of what might happen next. The elephant hesitated, as if considering another charge. However, one brave man positioned himself ready to act if things turned dangerous. After this moment of suspense passed, the gentle giant chose to retreat back into its home in the forest. Meanwhile, an excited little boy proudly showed off photos he had taken of the elephant during that thrilling moment, gleeful about his unique experience in nature. One man decided to venture into wild territory armed only with a bow and arrow. While exploring, he spotted a bear approaching him. With courage, he shouted to get attention from the enormous animal. The bear, clearly irritated, charged toward him. Amidst this imminent danger, he found a way to survive what seemed like an impossible situation. Even though he wasn't unarmed at that moment serves as a powerful reminder. Interacting with wild and dangerous animals can lead to unpredictable and risky consequences. During an exciting safari in Kruger National Park, a group of tourists was searching for a herd of 22 African elephants. Feeling the tension in the air, their anticipation quickly turned to panic when a massive male elephant decided to charge at their vehicle, putting both the guide and passengers on high alert. The driver appeared visibly nervous in the situation, nearly falling backward. After the intense experience, the tourists distanced themselves from danger, taking home a memorable reminder of nature's power. In the stunning region of Kasane in northern Botswana, a family was celebrating a birthday while cruising along the Chobe River. Their peaceful outing was interrupted when they encountered a majestic elephant in the water. But the situation became tense as the elephant advanced toward their boat. With hearts racing, the group froze under their guide's instructions, knowing that the noise from the engine could escalate things. The elephant pushed against the boat, leaving everyone shocked but relieved to be safe. A trail guide demonstrated impressive calmness while stopping an enraged elephant in Kruger National Park. The video of this dramatic moment reveals how the guide's tranquil energy can influence wild animal behavior, showcasing a powerful connection between humans and wildlife. The guide's courage to remain steady not only saved their safari trip, but also highlighted the intelligence and complex behavior of elephants. After the incident, it became clear that this interaction was not just about danger, but also about respecting nature. During a safari visit, a 50-year-old cameraman captured an extraordinary moment on video. A curious lion approached the car and sniffed the guide's foot. The tension in the air was palpable as the lion came within 30 centimeters of them, while the cameraman and his group were instructed to stay still to avoid being recognized as humans. Adrenaline surged, but the experience calmed down after the animal moved away from the vehicle without anyone getting hurt. In another thrilling adventure on safari, a group of tourists was fortunate to spot an impressive male lion near a fence. Tension rose as they approached the animal, but the fragility of the fence kept everyone on edge. When the lion stopped just inches from their feet, adrenaline spiked, and the sense of proximity to wildlife became tangible. The moment was filled with awe and a hint of fear, as everyone knew that this powerful feline could easily jump over the fence. Afterward, tourists left with racing hearts and unforgettable memories of their experience in the savannah. Thank you for watching this video until the end. I'm sure you enjoyed it, so please give it a like and subscribe so you don't miss our upcoming videos on this channel. See you next time.